After visiting the Ideamart.io website, click on Create New App and select your country to continue with the procedure. Click on Sign in with the mobile authentication and enter your dialog number to log into the system. You have to fill in the form which comes up in the pop-up page shown as above. I will briefly describe the details you should keep in mind. Keep in mind that the application name cannot contain any special characters, you cannot leave any spaces in between, and also the maximum character length is 9 characters. Application description is basically a brief summary about your application. Make sure to provide a complete summary so that it will be easier for the Ideamart admin to approve your application. Allowed host address is the IP address of your server. Whitelisted users are the ones who can use this application in limited production. Mention the phone numbers you do not want to access your application under blacklisted numbers. Advanced details contain enable automatic content governance, enable advertisements, enable mobile number masking, application start time, enable automatic application expiration. Make sure to have an expiration time only if you are creating a seasonal application. Selecting the desired operator from the service provider, Hutch is a partnering service with Dialog, so the downloadable and LBS services are omitted at the moment. Dialog is mandatory as it's the prime API provider and all the APIs will be available for your application. Keep in mind that we'll be using dummy URLs for demo purposes. Next part is basically the API configuration. I will briefly run through each API configuration. Firstly, SMS configuration. If you wish to send messages to your application users, enable mobile-oriented SMS. Message receiving URL is the URL where a message is routed to. Default sender address is the port number you want to send the SMS. Sender address alias is the name you want to send under. Deliver report URL is the URL which sends notification if the message is delivered or not. You can select the SMS shortcode using the drop-down menu. To communicate between subscription and unsubscription, you'll be using the shortcode. The SMS keyword is basically used to uniquely identify your application from other apps. Enter the charge and amount for mobile originated SMS as well as mobile terminated SMS. Next, I'll be briefly describing about the USSD API configuration. Connection URL is the USSD notification receiving URL or either the USSD endpoint. Service code is a short code the USSD would be sent to. Keyword is a short number you would send along with the service code. Enter the charge and amount for the USSD charging configuration per session. Next, I will be briefly describing about the CAS API configuration. Charging notification URL. Charging notifications will be sent to this specified URL after the charging is complete. Enable query balance request if you wish to query the balances of your application users.